What's going on, everybody? Luke the Notable here. In today's video, we're going to try to figure out what would happen if Master Chief from Halo and a Guardian from Destiny went toe-to-toe in an epic battle. Now, I can hear you down there with your keyboards, typing away, trying to figure out who's going to be the most alpha of the two guys, Halo or Destiny. But I think today we should all act like gentlemen and just wait for the end of the video before commenting anything rude about each other's mothers down in the comment section below. I bring this up because Halo and Destiny have always been very close. We were both conceived by the almighty Bungie, and we both kind of are super soldiers running around in super suits. Only one of us uses space magic though, so at least there's that. But when you set out to make a video like this, you come up with more questions than I think you come up with answers. There's a lot of questions about whether or not the fight is going to be like an online match, or will it just be like a toe-to-toe fist fight? Does the Destiny Guardian get to use all of his awesome space magic powers straight out the gate, or does he have to wait like he does in the multiplayer game? Does Master Chief get to use every powerful weapon in the Halo universe at his disposal, or does he only have the assault rifle and his magnum? We don't know. And this makes things pretty complicated. I've done a lot of videos in the past about benchmarking things in game and how would we as normal humans fight them. I've done videos on grunts, jackals, and the Yan Mi from Halo. But those are all things contained in the Halo universe. I have constant variables that I can work with those. If we throw in Destiny, a completely different game, we're gonna have to do some benchmarking! So we basically need to find something in Destiny that we can sort of relate to Halo in some way. Obviously, these games are completely different. They're both set in the future, and they're both sci-fi shooters, but completely different. One thing from Destiny instantly comes to mind, and that's the first gun you get at the start of Destiny 1, the Kvostov. I don't even really know if I'm saying that right. Kvostov? Kvostov? Whatever. Kukamacha? And it's really the only weapon in the entire franchise so far that looks anything like weapons that we have today. It definitely resembles something like an M4 carbine or an M16. And this is something that definitely falls more in line with Halo's aesthetic and Halo's guns. In Halo, the UNSC, or the military power in the Halo universe, uses guns that are similar to the ones that we have today. They all fire kinetic bullets, and they're pretty much simple guns. Yeah, they're a little upgraded because they are 500 years in the future, but for the most part, they're still pretty simple. In the Halo universe, we haven't really evolved that much when it comes to our weapons, at least the ones that are held by our infantry, because of course the Halo universe has Mach guns and giant things like that. Our spaceships are far better than what we have now. But if you look at Halo's weapons, they look, act, and feel a lot like the weapons that we see today in our own militaries. So I think using the Kvostov as a benchmark to draw different similarities between Destiny and Halo will at least help us a little bit in this video. The question then comes, do we use the base Kvostov that we get at the start of Destiny 1, or do we use its upgraded brother, the Kvostov 7G0X? Yes, Bungie actually upgraded the Kvostov with an exotic quest later on after the release of Destiny 1 in the Rise of Banner DLC. So the question comes, do we compare the weapons of the UNSC to the original Kvostov or its upgraded brother? The original Kvostov that we get at the start of Destiny 1 is a broken down version of the upgraded one that you can get after completing an exotic quest later in Destiny. I see these two weapons as the same weapon, only one is a much more dilapidated version. So if we're going to benchmark something in the Destiny universe and compare it to Halo, let's use the upgraded version. These weapons are actually fairly similar in almost all of their stats. They have very similar magazine sizes, right around 30 rounds. The assault rifle from Halo 3 fires around 650 rounds per minute. The Kvostov does have a variable rate of fire. You can change it based on different things that you add to the gun. It's very customizable. But through searching Destiny forums, there are ways to get it to 650 rounds per minute, though most people for PvP prefer the 450 round per minute variant. Still, 450 rounds per minute and 650 rounds per minute are pretty close, but they are still both man-made weapons with similar magazine sizes, rate of fires, and are made in around the same time frame. Now, Bungie has never given an exact date of when Destiny takes place, but I have seen some forums that talk about Destiny and it probably taking place around the year 2500 or 2600, which, interestingly enough, is exactly the year that Halo takes place. Halo 1 takes place in the year 2552, which would place the development of these weapons around the same time frame, so we can assume that these weapons have around the same power. There's also a very tiny reference to Master Chief actually being in the Destiny universe back in Destiny 1. Going to this location and having your ghost examine this particular pod will give you this message. A Guardian with exceptional light sealed himself inside. He's been in there for centuries, and before I found you, I tried to resurrect him, but he preferred to sleep. He said the last war was enough for 1,000 lifetimes. This could be a reference to Master Chief, and obviously Bungie is never going to retcon Master Chief inside the Destiny universe. That would be completely dumb. But it is maybe just a little bit more evidence that the Halo Assault Rifle and the Destiny Kovastov exist in the same universe, or at least they could. I'm getting far too ahead of myself. I'm not trying to set out to prove that Halo and Destiny exist in the same universe. I would need way more evidence than just one weapon, and I honestly don't think that's true. This is probably just a little reference to Halo, because they created Halo. The point I'm trying to make here is that I'm trying to benchmark the Kovastov with the Assault Rifle. And I think from everything we've seen so far, the Kovastov and the Assault Rifle would have around the same power. Because Destiny is very vague about literally everything that has to do with its lore, it's pretty tough to tell you exactly which one would be stronger. Halo has a very deep and expansive lore in not only its games, but also with its own novels. So for the Halo Assault Rifle, we know that it has a 32-round magazine, shoots around 650 rounds per minute, and the bullets in its clip are 7.62mm. We don't have any of that information for the Kovastov in Destiny, but that's okay. But from all of the evidence that we have so far, we can pretty much say that the Assault Rifle from Halo and the Kovastov are pretty much the same. There's a couple more things that I could go into with the Kovastov and the Halo Assault Rifle, and I think you'll probably see those in the comment section below. I think all in all, looking at the expansive power that's available in the Destiny universe, we do have to give the edge to the Kovastov. So while the Halo Assault Rifle is probably around the same realm of power as the Kovastov in Destiny, I still do have to give the edge to the Kovastov. I mean, if you think about it, Halo Marines, which are just normal humans with no augmentations, can wield the Assault Rifle just fine. But if you want to wield the upgraded version of the Kovastov, you have to be at least level 40, which is a maxed out Guardian. But this point actually transitions me beautifully into the fight, because while Destiny Guardians may have a little more firepower than Master Chief, Master Chief is still, well, he's Master Chief. He's a 7-foot-tall super soldier capable of flipping tanks without breaking stride. He fell from space and walked it off. I've actually done a whole video on all of the augmentations and pieces of Master Chief's armor and why they make him so incredibly overpowered. In short, Spartan augmentations and Spartan armor itself increases the effectiveness of a Spartan in combat. And I think for this reason, Master Chief would have better base reaction times and base strength than any Guardian. The question now becomes, who's going to win in a one-on-one fight? I'm going to be breaking this fight up into a couple different scenarios just so no one in the comments section gets too mad at me. I can already hear those keyboards clicking away, and I don't want to make anybody too mad. Test your might. So in this close quarters fight, we have to assume that Master Chief and the Guardian are using nothing but their fists. I'm also going to allow the Guardian to use one special melee attack like you can in the multiplayer. I think it's pretty obvious that in a close quarters fight, Master Chief would definitely have the advantage. Big shocker here, Bungie hasn't divulged any information about general Guardian heights, but for the most part, people on forums have come up with the answer. They're around 6 feet tall. Master Chief being around 7 feet tall would make him a lot larger than one of these Guardians. Master Chief with his Spartan Mjolnir armor would also have an increased reaction time, which would be very helpful in a one-on-one fist fight. With that sort of reaction time, it'd be pretty easy for Master Chief to dodge the attacks that Guardians would throw at him. He could probably move out of the way of any knives or any sort of magical attacks being thrown at him at close range by a Guardian. And even if we assume that a Guardian could land a blow on Master Chief, we also have to take into account the fact that Master Chief's armor has a lot of layers which would resist Guardian attacks. In Master Chief's armor, he has a heat-reducing gel layer. This layer was originally designed to disperse some of the heat from Covenant energy weapons. It's not too outlandish to think that it could also reduce the heat energy from solar and arc attacks. Now, if a Guardian from Destiny used a void-based attack, I'm not sure if Master Chief's armor could do anything against that. But for the most part, Master Chief would be pretty resilient against most attacks from Guardians of Destiny. But again, that resiliency is only assuming that a Guardian from Destiny can land a blow in the first place. Master Chief already has increased reflexes and strength, but if we also assume that he can use his thrusters that he gets in Halo 5, we can assume that he will be even faster. He could use abilities like Spartan Charge to wipe out the Destiny Guardian before he even has a chance to do anything against him. And I think that's evidence enough to say that Master Chief in a one-on-one fist fight with a Guardian would definitely come out on top. The thing goes Now this is where things are going to get a little bit more complicated. We're not talking about raw strength or reflexes here. We're talking about gunfights. Now I already think that the Guardians from Destiny have a definite edge here. I think their technology is much more advanced than the technology of the Halo Spartans. And for that reason, they would definitely have the edge. Their guns are just more powerful. But what we have to take into account is, does the Guardians' increased technology in their weapons offset the increased mobility, strength, and reflexes of Master Chief? I've already said that the weapons that Master Master Chief uses are just basic weapons that the UNSC Marines use. But the reason that Master Chief is so effective in combat is because of his armor, his training, and his body's augmentation. He can use a basic weapon that any other Marine could use, and he can make that thing sing because he's so trained and he's so augmented and powerful. We also have to ask the question here, does Master Chief get to use every weapon available in the Halo universe? I mean, if you think about it, Destiny has tons of different weapons. Some of them are awesome, some of them suck. And if you give the Destiny Guardians a really good weapon like Uriel's Gift or something like that, then we also probably have to give Master Chief something that's good in his arsenal. Like I said at the start of this video, when I was thinking about what I was going to talk about, it was very hard to just pick a definite winner because you honestly have more questions than answers at the end of this. Here's what I've basically come to. In a regular gunfight, if Master Chief with his basic weapons was to go up against a brand new Guardian like the one that we saw in Destiny 1 or Destiny 2 at the start, I definitely think Master Chief would win. Sure, these Guardians would have a little bit better technology, but Master Chief would offset that with his enhanced reflexes and strength. If basic Master Chief, wielding only his assault rifle and maybe the Magnum, went up against a maxed out Guardian, I definitely think the maxed out Guardian would have no problem taking him down. The increase in technology would be too much for Master Chief to offset. Even though Master Chief would be able to probably dodge a lot of incoming fire as well as rockets or grenade launchers, I definitely think the increased technology of an upgraded and maxed out Guardian would be too much for him to handle. But if you took that maxed out Guardian and put him against a Master Chief with a lot of upgraded weapons, like stuff that we see in the Rec system in Halo 5, I think Master Chief would have a better chance. Though I can't definitively say either one would win. I've already made it very clear that I think Master Chief's increased reflexes and strength would offset a lot of the technological bonuses that Destiny Guardians would have. The question you have to ask is, how strong does the Guardian have to be to offset the inherent combat bonuses that Master Chief and his armor will have? And I think from all of the evidence, and especially since Bungie really doesn't divulge much detailed information about Guardians or their weapons' strength, I don't think we can have a clear winner in gunfights here. There's certain situations where Master Chief would win, there are certain situations where the Guardian would win. It's not clear cut. And for that reason, I have to say it would be a stalemate, and it kind of depends. Maybe if Destiny had more expansive lore and we knew things about the training that these Guardians receive, or the makeup of their armor, the caliber of their weapons, the strength of the impact of those weapons. All of these things could help us answer these questions, but we just don't have those. Anything goes. I called this section of the video Anything Goes because I wanted to bring in all of the stops that both characters have. In a fight where anything goes, the Guardians could straight off the bat use their super abilities, grenades, melees, and any weapon in their arsenal. But there are a lot of things available to Master Chief in the Halo universe that he could use as well to maybe help offset some of the increased damage that a Destiny would have in an Anything Goes fight. If we're talking about raw power in an Anything Goes fight, the Guardian definitely has the advantage. Every super ability in Destiny is super overpowered and powerful. And it's hard to say that Master Chief's shields would have any sort of resistance to something like a space magic Nova Bomb. In Halo, we do have things like overshields, bubble shields, active camouflage that could help turn the tide in Master Chief's favor. If you think about it, you can't Nova Bomb something if you can't see it. And in Halo 3, there are literally power-ups that make you invincible for a short period of time. They're carried by brute chieftains, and you can actually pick them up yourself and use them. And in an Anything Goes fight with Master Chief and a Guardian, we would have to assume that Master Chief would get a hold of these things as well. Fighting Master Chief would be difficult to start with, but what if you had a Master Chief with marginally stronger shields using Overshield, was also invisible due to active camouflage, had a piece of equipment that could make him invincible for a short time, and he also had weapons like the Unser, which fires thousands of rounds per minute that all explode on contact, or the Void's Tear plasma pistol that can literally summon a black hole. The point I'm trying to make here is that the Guardians of Destiny do have almost magical technology, but if you think about it, we also have this in the Halo universe as well. And if you pit the most powerful technologies in Destiny against the most powerful technologies in Halo, there still really isn't a clear winner. The one thing that I've always come back to in this fight is Master Chief's inherent combat skill. I've already proved in this Anything Goes fight that Master Chief could have similar magical technology to the Guardians of Destiny, and when you also take into account Master Chief's enhanced reflexes and strength, I think you'd sort of have to give it to Chief in this one. By no means necessary do I think that there's a clear defined winner, but if you can get Master Chief near the technology level of one of the Destiny Guardians, I think he has a pretty good chance of taking him out most of the time. But I want to hear what you guys have to think down in the comments section below. I want to hear from Halo guys, I want to hear from Destiny guys. Who do you think would win in a one-on-one fight? There's obviously a lot that I didn't cover in this video, and I'm gonna acknowledge that right now. In Destiny, not every Guardian is exactly the same. There are different classes and subclasses that may give Master Chief more or less problems in a fight. And because Bungie doesn't release a lot of the lore and fine details that I would need to definitively say who a winner would be in a one-on-one fight, it's pretty hard, and mostly what we have to do is speculate. So again, that's why I want you to comment down below on your thoughts, whether you're a Halo fan or a Destiny fan. If you want to learn and explore a lot more about Halo, I make tons of awesome Halo content on my YouTube channel. Hit the logo in the left to subscribe to make sure you don't miss any new videos. I'm also going to flush out some Destiny ideas that I've had cooking up in my noodle for a while. And if you'd like to learn more about Master Chief's armor and why it's so awesome, click the thumbnail on the right. It's a full breakdown of his armor and what makes him so cool. I want to thank you all for watching. Please stay notable, and I will see you in the next video.